scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. All joined this morning.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your attendance first, Mataji. Hari Bol, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvind Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvind Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu, for joining every day and giving your association. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharajas, and all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Tiffany in Pennsylvania. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Tiffany Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your sweet association. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Prabhupada, all goes to Guru Angaranga, all goes to all Vaishnavas, all goes to you and a wonderful seva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamal Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. Hope you enjoyed. Today is the first day you joined for chanting.
It was really good. It was good.
Thank you, Mataji, for being with us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, and Shri Guru and Shri Garanga, and to all the assembled devotees. This is Megha from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Megha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving us sweet association and beautiful chanting. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all assembled devotees. Yashamati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashumati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and giving us sweet association. Best mom and daughter is Yashumati Mataji and Megha Mataji. Hari Bol, welcome to both of you.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances to you and Zoom assembled devotees. Karana Seven Lakshmi from Nisha.
Hare Krishna, Charan Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association. I heard your name long back, Mataji. Again, I'm hearing you. Please join us regularly, Mataji. We have every day Srimad Bhagavatam class. Please give your association. Hare Krishna, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Aditi Devi Dasi from Canada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Nice to see you, Mataji. Very beautiful background. Welcome to the call, Mataji. All glories to your service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandhari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your association and wonderful chanting every day, Mataji. Whatever it is, you are joining every day and giving your association, Mataji, even though your health is not supporting, but still you are giving your association. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Shamaguri Devi Dasi Gomshale. Beautiful chatter, Mataji. Radhe Radhe.
You inspired me to buy it, Mataji. When I went to New Vrindavan, I saw and I thought, okay, Shamagori Mataji has it. Let me also buy them. That's why I bought it. Hare Krishna, Shamgari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and encouraging all of us, Mataji. Hari Bol, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Kandarvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your registration every day. Hari Bol, welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to the assembled devotees. This is Anita Ramaya from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your registration. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasni Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji. Nice to hear your voice in the morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Guru and Gauranga. This is Pooja Arora from Haridwar.
Hare Krishna, Pooja Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day and giving your registration. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Shri Guru Maharaj. Thank you for Mataji. My head is everywhere. Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your registration. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nice
Thank
to see your sweet smiling face, Mataji, in the morning. Hari Bol.
Thank you. I just came from outside and I have a headbutt cover. So that's why.
Hari Bol. So we will
Hare
start
Krishna,
the
Mataji.
recording. It's yeah. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Ayan. Welcome to the call. Very inspiring. You're ninth grade, right? Joining us every day and giving your registration. Welcome to the call. So we'll start the recording here, Mataji. We'll do the introduction.
Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji is not on the phone.
Yeah. After recording, we can stop. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. Today, we are very fortunate to have His Grace Keshavanand Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 1, 53 verse. I would like to hand over the call to Aditi Mataji for the brief introduction.
Thank you, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is a brief introduction for His Grace Keshavanand Prabhuji. Keshavanand Prabhuji was a professional doctor prior to becoming a full-time practicing monk. For the past 20 years, he has conducted extensive research and authored books in the field of science and spirituality. He feels the rift between science and spirituality must disappear to bring peace in the world. Keshavanand Prabhuji has studied both Vedic and Western philosophy. Besides learning Sanskrit, he also learned Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, and Kannada to know about other traditions. His persistent endeavor in the field of science and spirituality has enabled him to come up with seminars on diverse topics like science and the Vedas, mind and machines, science fails to explain life, consciousness and beyond, etc., that he has presented in various colleges in India, Europe, and America. Under the guidance of his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami, he has also started a Gurukula, a traditional system of Vedic education in Punjab, India, where children learn the ancient Vedic culture and values. He has also started a farm community that follows a traditional way of living with mud huts and thatched roofs and cows, and of course, farming. The community will set a model for the world to show how to live a life based on this principle of simple living, high thinking. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, thank you so much for that brief introduction. I still don't see Prabhu. After Prabhuji comes, only we read the verse because Prabhu again asks if you can read. So most of the times it is becoming twice reading. That's why we can wait.
Can we chant, Mataji?
Yeah, we can chant. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram
Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Mataji, did we call Prabhuji?
Mataji?
Did we call Prabhuji, Mataji?
Yeah, I think Lalitangi Mataji will do it.
Mataji is calling.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't see Mataji on the call, so I got worried. Yeah.
Just now Lalitangi Mataji messaged me. I replied her that no, Prabhuji did not join.
Okay.
I think she will be calling.
Sorry for interrupting everybody's chanting. Please go ahead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Mataji. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram Hari Hari
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram Hari Hari Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hari Hari Krishna Ram 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 Hari Hari
Hare Ram Podi Taraya
Ram 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 Hari
The Podi Taraya
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna Ram 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 Hari Hari Krishna Ram Ram Hari Hari
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hari Krishna
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna Ram Ram Ram
47
Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
14
Hari Hari Ram
24
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hari Hari Krishna Ram Ram
Didi
Hari
Vanma
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hari Hari Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Ram Hari Hari Krishna Ram Ram Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hari Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Ram Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Ram Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Ram.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Jai
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda
Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram.
Yes, Mataji, what we
I
do?
don't know Prabhuji will come or not because there is no contact with him.
Oh, yeah, Mataji is saying she tried to contact Baldev Prabhu, could not reach any devotee. Yes, that's what she's saying.
Yeah, she that Prabhu will talk, means try to get Prabhuji and talk to us in 5 minutes. But I was thinking, can we just read the verse and have group discussion?
Yes, Mataji, yes, Mataji.
Yeah, because not sure if Prabhuji is coming or not.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna. I request to Mataji to read the verse.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandapranam.
Yeah, Mataji, please take over for reading the verse, and after that, we can open for the forum for the group discussion, please.
Mataji do Mangalacharan first.
Yeah, Mataji will do that. Indu Mataji, please take over here. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji and Shama Gauri Mataji. We'll start with the Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Hina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dathati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Swatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinadharanam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwanam. Okay, we will start reading from Canto 6, Chapter 1, Text 53. Nahi kaschit shanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit karyate hya avasah karma gunai swabhavikair balat. Translation: not a single living entity can remain unengaged even for a moment. One must act by his natural tendency according to the three modes of material nature, because this natural tendency forcibly makes him work in a particular way. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Swabhavika, or one's natural tendency, is the most important factor in action. One's natural tendency is to serve because a living entity is an eternal servitor of God. The living entity wants to serve, but because of his forgetfulness of his relationship with the Supreme Lord, he serves under the modes of material nature and manufactures various modes of service such as socialism, humanitarianism, and altruism. However, one should be enlightened in the tenets of Bhagavad Gita and accept the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead that one give up all natural tendencies for material service under different names and take to the service of the Lord. One's original natural tendency is to act in Krishna consciousness because one's real nature is spiritual. The duty of a human being is to understand that since he is essentially spirit, he must abide by the spiritual tendency and not be carried away by material tendency. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has therefore sung, okay, Mishe Mayara Vase Yacha Bheshe Kacha Habu Dubu Bhai. Okay, please excuse me for that. I would have completely messed that up. My dear brother, you are being carried away by the waves of material energy and are suffering in many miserable conditions. Sometimes you are drowning in the waves of material nature, and sometimes you are tossed like a swimmer struggling in the ocean. As confirmed by Bhakti Vinod Thakur, this tendency to be battered by the waves of Maya can be changed to one's original natural tendency, which is spiritual. When the living entity comes to understand that he is eternally Krishna Dasa, a servant of God, Krishna. Jiva, Krishna Dasa e Vishwasa, Karle tha ara dukha nahi. If instead of serving Maya under different names, one turns his service attitude towards the Supreme Lord, he is then safe and there is no more difficulty. If one returns to his original natural tendency in the human form of life by understanding the perfect knowledge given by Krishna himself, in the Vedic literature, one's life is successful. Hare Krishna. Mataji, did Prabhuji join? I wait, I'll check.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Mataji will be joining in 5 minutes. That's what Lalitangi Mataji said to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he's traveling somewhere and he's just reaching and trying to connect. So there is till then, like, since the song is mentioned about Bhakti Vinod Thakur's song, so maybe we can try to sing that song.
Yeah. Can we share the screen?
Yes, Mataji, find the song, Mataji. Please give me a moment. Hare Krishna.
You want me to sing? I can sing.
Sure, Prabhu, you can sing. Mataji, you can put that, Mataji, on this.
Is it coming in the screen or I should take from my book?
I think Mataji will be projecting on the screen.
Yeah, Mataji. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me a seva. And Mr. We were all like Vaikunta people, no? Last 10 years, we've been doing this seva all over the world.
Indu Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Can you give me the first line of the song, please?
Yeah, Radha Krishna Bol Bol. That's what Mataji put in the chat.
Oh, I did not see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put the link also.
Okay, coming. Yeah.
No worries, Mataji. Take your time. You're always super fast. Today I was wondering what's happening. Yeah, Prabhu. Sukaka Krishna Prabhu, please go ahead and sing.
Mataji, with all your blessings and singing. Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolo Re Shobai. Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolo Re Shobai. E Shikha Diya Shabna Diya Priche Niche Gornitai Miche Mayar Boshe Jocho Beshe Kocho Hobu Dubhu Bhai Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolo Re Shobai Jiv Krishna Das এই বিশ্বাস করলে তো আর দুঃখ নাই জীব কৃষ্ণ দাস এই বিশ্বাস করলে তো আর দুঃখ নাই কৃষ্ণ বলবে যবে পুলক হবে জ্বরবে আঁখি বলি তাই কৃষ্ণ বলবে যবে পুলক হবে জ্বরবে আঁখি বলি তাই Radha Krishna Bol Bol Bolo Re Shobai. রাধা কৃষ্ণা বলো সঙ্গে চলো এই মাত্রা ভিক্ষা চাই রাধা কৃষ্ণা বলো সঙ্গে চলো এই মাত্রা ভিক্ষা চাই জয় সকাল বিপদ ভক্তি বিনোদ বলে যখন ও নাম গায় জয় সকাল বিপদ ভক্তি বিনোদ বললে তো যখন ও নাম গায় রাধা কৃষ্ণ বল বল বলো রে সবাই রাধা কৃষ্ণ বল বল বলো রে সবাই হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম রাম হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 hare hare. Can you read the meaning, Mataji?
Sure, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Everyone chant Radha Krishna. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda are dancing all over the land of Nadia, giving this teaching to all. Oh brother, needlessly under the control of Maya, you suffer and are carried away by her waves, sometimes floating and sometimes sinking in this ocean of illusion. If you have this faith that soul is the eternal servant of Krishna, then there will be no misery, no more misery. And when you chant the holy name of Krishna, your body shiver in ecstasy and your eyes will shed tears in love of God. That is what I say. Chant Radha Krishna in the occasion, association of devotees. This is the only request I beg. Thakur Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, when I chant the holy name of the Lord, all dangers go away. Actually, this small song is having so much of meaning. The full Bhagavatam is included in this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling everyone, Chaitanya Prabhu is telling, chant Radha Krishna, and Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu both are dancing all over the land of Nadia, giving this teaching to all. Jare dekho tare koho Krishna upadesh amara gya guru hona tara desh. Whatever Mahaprabhu told, he is showing it in by live example. Oh brother, needlessly under the control of Maya, you suffer and are carried away by her waves, sometimes floating and sometimes sinking in this ocean of illusion. That's it. Obudubu means that you're going up and down inside water. So we are tossed by Maya because we are just thinking we are this body, we are this boss, and we should do whatever we want, and we are suffering because we are not bringing Krishna. Krishna is always watching as a witness bird, as Paramatma, but we are forgetting that. We think we are independent, we can do whatever we want. That's why we are suffering. So if you have this faith that soul is the eternal servant of Krishna, then there will be no miseries, no more miseries. Once we know that Jiver Churupai Nitya Krishna Das, then we have no misery because we have a boss. We only just do the service, whatever Krishna wants, whatever Guru wants. And when we chant the holy name of Krishna, your body shiver in ecstasy. Actually, all those symptoms will come and your eyes will shed tears in love of God. That is the way I say. And it's finally concluding, chant Radha Krishna and the association of devotees. This is the only request I beg. Mahaprabhu is begging. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that when I chant the holy name of the Lord, all dangers go away. Hello, Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Thank you, Keshavanand Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for your busy day, even that still you came and giving your association. Please take over the call. Hare Bol. It is 6th canto, chapter 1.
We read the verse, Prabhuji, and we also sing the song and read the meaning of that.
Okay, sorry for, I don't know, somehow
Last time also I got messed up. I don't know why I'm forgetting. I just forgot. I remembered in the morning, but I forgot in the evening.
Message you about this again, like reminder I gave you, but you didn't.
Achha.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably I didn't see. I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't see the message.
Anyway, sorry for that. I just got.
Maybe you can set in the phone reminder, Prabhu. That way you will not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should put that phone reminder on in my laptop. You're right. That's a good idea. Okay, so because I'm getting I get class after alternate Wednesdays, so I am getting confused. Perhaps maybe one Wednesday is one Wednesday. Anyway, whatever it is. Anyway, it's my problem. I have to sort it out. Okay, so I'll just begin. No problem.
53rd verse, Prabhu.
Verse is there in front of me. Nahi kasyit shanamapi jatu tisthati akarmakrit karyate hi vashah karma gunai swabhavikai balat. This is a verse. And yeah, not a single living entity can remain unengaged even for a moment. One must act by his natural tendency according to three modes of material nature, because its natural tendency forcibly makes him work in a particular way. Okay, so purport you have read, no? Is it?
Yes, Prabhu. We read that, Prabhu.
Okay. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachara. Okay, so without wasting time, I'll just start. This is a you can hear me properly, everyone of you? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, किसी को बैठना है, बैठ जाए. जिवेश, बैठना. मैं कह रहा हूँ जिवेश को बैठना है, बैठते. Okay. So this is the same verse of Bhagavad Gita. It's almost the same. Yeah, it's almost the same. Now, the point is, there is Krishna is making a point here that there is no moment in life where we can akarmakrit, where we can sit without doing any action. You might say, well, we can go to a forest and just sit. That's all, do nothing. But that's not possible, because at least we have to breathe and eat something. So you might say, okay, let's stop breathing. And Dhruv Maharaj, he stopped breathing and go and do yoga and go into trance and not eat. So then you don't do anything. But that's also not a good logic, because your mind will be thinking something. Your mind is active. And in fact, your organs are active. What about heart? There is some action going on. You can't stop everything. That's impossible. So either physically or mentally, you have to act. And this Krishna is making a point. Why? Because there are a few things here. Because Srila Prabhupada gives a different point, but the point here is why Krishna is making this point. One idea is to counteract Mayavad and Buddhism, because Mayavadis and Buddhists, they say that you can your mind can be empty and you can completely cease all actions. That's their idea. Buddhism believes in Nirvana, Mayavadi and Shunya Mayavadi believes in oneness. And they say, okay, you can cease all actions and you can cease all emotions. Mind, emotions. And so when you see all actions, all emotions, what remains? Only knowledge. Yeah, so better word than knowledge is awareness. What remains is awareness that everything is one. So that's akarmakrit. So one thing is Krishna is countering Mayavad clearly here, that that you cannot sit without actions. Now one thing is that Shankara, Mayavadis, they interpret this verse in a different sense. Because I mean they have also given commentary on Bhagavad, isn't it? So when they will read this verse, what they are trying to interpret. So they say, well, this verse is not talking about spiritual plane. This verse is talking something about vyavahar in society. On bodily plane, you cannot sit without action for a moment. But when you're on a spiritual plane, then you can be without any actions and thoughts and everything. So they interpret it like that. So it's not that we have some meaning and then we go and debate with Mayavadis. They have their own interpretations. So for them, this verse is vyavaharik, on vyavaharik star. For us, this verse also works on paramarthik star. Paramarthik star means on spiritual plane also. This principle that there is not a single moment where a living entity can be unengaged even for a moment. For Mayavadis, this principle holds only in conditioned state and not in liberated state. For us, this principle holds even in conditioned and even in liberated state. That's the idea. And that is why Srila Prabhupada brings the concept of service. A natural tendency is to serve, because living entity is eternal servant of God. So Prabhupada is trying to say that this principle also holds at the level of soul. And Mayavadi says, no, this principle holds only at the level of body and mind. That's their idea. So who is correct? They or us? Well, for that, if you want to come to the conclusion who is correct, for that you have to read the whole philosophical system. Otherwise, just by one verse we cannot say who is correct, because they have their own anti-arguments. But having said that, if you think about it, if at the level of soul there is no action, then the soul becomes dead. At the level of soul, you don't act, you don't think, everything is zero, then it's almost like a dead object, because the symptom of life is thinking, feeling, and willing. Prabhupada says so many times. That's a symptom of life. You think, you feel, and you will. And that's the symptom of devotion, because life is devotion. So when a devotee who's on spiritual platform, he is thinking more than a person who is not on spiritual platform. A person who is on spiritual platform, he is feeling more deep. His emotions are very strong. But a person on conditioned platform, his emotions are not strong. They are weak. Signals are weak. So that's what Krishna is saying. We should not, in fact, Krishna is making a point here. Don't try to be inactive in your life. There's nothing called inactiveness. There's nothing called meditation and thoughtlessness. It's all bogus. Our Prabhupada says, our swabhava is to act and act for God. So the more action we have in life, the more satisfied we'll be. But it's just the opposite. We as spiritualists, we try to think, kya itna jhamela hai, ye karo, wo karo. I mean to say, there's so many things you have to do, this and that, and this and that, and this and that. Just sit peacefully and don't do anything. And that's a very bad situation. Prabhupada said, karmana manasagajam. Just hold on. Okay. So So what I was saying, can you just remind me?
Karmana manasa gira. Karmana manasa gira. Karmana manasa gira.
Yeah. So Jiva Goswami says, who is liberated? Who is acting? Karmana, action. Manasa, thoughts. Girim matlab means voice. One who is more active, more manasa, more feelings, more emotions, and more speech. More speech means more thinking. Thinking manifests as speech. Thinking, feeling, willing. So that's the idea. So if we want to advance in devotion, the idea is to engage more in activities and feelings, and rather than becoming rather than trying to remain in solitude and not doing anything and retreating, that will actually lead to fall down. So some devotees think, okay, let's sit and only chant and read and sit in Vrindavan. Well, you can do that, but Prabhupada said, preach. Now, preaching is not to save people, by the way. That's not the first motive. Preaching is to save yourself first, because preaching helps us more than others. Others might understand or not, but we will be engaged in service of Lord. That's the idea. Preaching demands action, isn't it? A lot of action, by the way. A lot of tension also. Preaching demands a lot of thinking and a lot of stress. And that helps us to advance because soul wants to serve Krishna. Our spirit souls wants to take stress for Krishna's service. We want that. But when that stress pervertedly reflects on material platform, then it harms us. So when many people say, okay, we are stressed and we are attention, how to get rid of it? Well, simple. If you want to get rid of material stress, then you take spiritual stress. And material stress is unhealthy, spiritual stress is healthy because that's our Swabhava. Prabhupada said that's our nature. Our nature is to work for Krishna. So that's why Krishna is making this point. Jatu tisthati akarmakrit. There is not even a single moment when you can pass without doing anything. So if you have to do something, better do something good. Satsangatmam, nisangatmam. There are just two options what you will be doing, either bad or good. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha, ye jana vidurnasura. So we have to train our mind to do something good. Good means to do the best thing is to serve Krishna. When we do something good for the welfare of people and for the service of God, then automatically the actions automatically we want to do bad things, that gets destroyed. That's the only solution. By taking good association, leave bad association. By doing good work, leave bad work. There's always a choice. Pravritti, nivritti. That's always a choice. You see why I'm stressing on this point is because generally when we become spiritual, we think our tendency is to retreat in a solitude and do our own bhajan. That's our tendency. Because when we preach, then we have so much stress and this, then people say, why to take so much stress? And but that's actually good. That stress for Krishna, Srila Prabhupada says, it's good. Prabhupada says about spirituality. Prabhupada says in Vrindavan, Yashodama, Nand Baba, they are completely full of anxiety every day. Because Krishna is going to tend cows and Yashodama is weeping and tensed. What will happen to Krishna? Some demons will come and kill him, or he might be hungry, and whatever it is. Gopis are also stressed and tensed. So their mind is super active. And that's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, anyway, you can't sit idle. You have to do something or think something. Why don't you think about me and do some service for me? And that is why it's Krishna's mercy that he has created a service for us. If Krishna would not have created a service for us, then we would have like fallen down. Idol's mind is devil's workshop. In fact, Krishna is all complete in himself. He's all blissful. Atma Ramascha. He's completely satisfied, but still he accepts the service of devotees to benefit them, to engage them. Otherwise, Krishna doesn't need anything. Krishna, we say, we say Krishna is a supreme enjoyer. Okay, Krishna is a supreme enjoyer, but the question is why Krishna wants to enjoy. That's the whole question. If anybody who starts enjoying, they implicated in laws of karma. We know that. So Krishna starts enjoying, then Krishna also goes in laws of karma. It's a problem, isn't it? So what's the solution? The answer to this question is Krishna starts enjoying to help us, not to really enjoy. Because when Krishna will start enjoying, then devotees will like to serve him. And when we serve him, then our tendency to act is satisfied in a good way. And that's why Krishna has done so many pastimes so that we can think about him. And because that's our nature to think. And when we think about him, then we don't think about wrong things and we become pure. So whatever Krishna is doing, whether enjoying or some pastimes, he's doing to engage our natural propensities of acting, of thinking. That's what he's saying. Like Keshavanand Jatu Tishtati Akarmakrit Karete hi avasha karma. Krishna says, well, you have to act. Avasha means you automatically. Avasha means you're forced to act. Even if you try not to act and not to do anything and not to think, still you're acting. At least one thought is there, I should not think. You have to have some thought. And if you want to go in trance and samadhi and shunya, you have to go to a mountain, sit, do something. But action has also been there. So Krishna is saying you have to act. Srila Prabhupada says the modes of material nature will make you act. For conditioned souls, the previous karmas and previous sanskaras will force us to act in a particular fashion. And on spiritual platform, if you are liberated, if you are devotee of Krishna, then also you are forced to act because the nature of soul is to act for Krishna. In fact, the more we advance in devotion, the more we want to do something for Krishna. Prabhupada always said, isn't it? Do something for Krishna. Prabhupada always said, do something. Devotees who don't act and who don't engage themselves, devotees who simply chant and read, ultimately they fall down. You have to do some service, some practical service. That's the idea. Some practical service. This is experience. That's why Prabhupada engaged all his devotees. Bhakti Thakur didn't let any of his devotees stay in temple. He used to go to the temples and he used to take loans from the bank. So then the devotees have to pay that loan. So they have to be active. Otherwise they'll be in jail. That's what is trick. Next time again he used to come, he used to take a loan again. And then he used to say, okay, repay it. So that's the idea there. Krishna is saying, Gunai Swabhavikair Balat. Balat means by force. Some things are out of our control. We will act in a way in which we must act. Anger, greed, enviousness, there's no control on that. Those emotions will impel you and force you to act in a certain fashion. So the only solution to get liberated is not to stop action, but to divert it to Krishna. Our whole philosophy is not separation or supplication. Our whole philosophy is supplication. Supplication means diversion. We are trying to divert. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, we have to engage all our psychological propensities in service of Krishna. Even one psychological tendency not engaged in Krishna, it will pull you down. So we have to read ourselves, we have to understand ourselves, and then we have to see what are our tendencies and engage ourselves in that particular fashion in Krishna consciousness. That's the art of Krishna consciousness. That's the art. Yeah. And that is why Varnashram Dharma is there. Varnashrama system, it helps to engage people according to their propensities in Krishna consciousness. So that's a science. Varnashrama is a science. It helps to handle this situation, what Krishna is saying here. So Srila Prabhupada brings an interesting point here. And Prabhupada says here that our natural tendency is to serve, as Prabhupada has so many times said, we want to serve. So Prabhupada says either serve God or serve dog. Prabhupada says see, it's a need of soul to do something, to love something. That's a need of soul. You cannot avoid it. And that need is called dharma. That is called dharma. Basic tendency of a particular thing. Dharma of fire is to burn, dharma of water is to wet. Similarly, dharma of soul is to act for Krishna. That's our dharma, that's a natural propensity. And that is what is Vaishnavism's teaching. And that is why when a devotee, by body devotee serves Krishna in so many ways. Deity worship, preaching, traveling, you see there's so many things. And by mind, a devotee serves Krishna by thinking about him. And more than that, by feeling, by developing emotions for him. All different kind of emotions. So like if I ask you, what kind of emotions do you have for a father? So you might say, yeah, nice, but if I ask you, give him details. So then he will say, well, I like my father, but I don't like this particular thing. And he's a little bit nasty also, but he's good. And he's jolly, but he's angry. You see, there's so many emotions connected to a person. That's not a single emotion. And that is with Krishna. When a devotee relates with Krishna and serves him, mind becomes completely busy in so many kind of emotions. Krishna, we have come to Krishna, we are so fortunate. We've got nice devotees, Prashadam. But then the next thought is, well, we are fortunate, but at the same time, the devotee thinks, I'm also unfortunate because Krishna has given me so many things, but I am not able to give him back in the same spirit. And then the devotee thinks, well, Krishna is so nice that he has accepted me. But then the devotee thinks, yes, Krishna has accepted me, but I am not accepting him properly. So maybe Krishna has rejected me. How can I be sure that Krishna has accepted me? Maybe he has not accepted me, he has rejected me. And then again thought comes, yes, but Krishna might have accepted me because the mind is at peace. Peace cannot come without Krishna being close to our soul. But then the thought comes, well, yeah, we are at peace because Krishna is perhaps near to us, but this peace is short lasting because I am such a fool that I'll do so many offenses and then Krishna will again go away from me. So this is called action in mind. Mind is completely engaged in so many emotions and so many thoughts. But for Krishna, that's the idea. That's the idea. So that you have to practice. The emotions and thoughts and minds goes like waves. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes negative, then positive, negative. It's almost a ladder. You climb up to God and you come down to yourself. When you come to yourself, you feel completely depressed. It's a hopeless case. When you climb up to God and think of God, then you think, oh, there is a hope within hopelessness. And you can come down and you see and you think, I'm a rascal, I'm useless. And again you go up, you think, but Krishna is so merciful, he'll accept this rascal. You see, it's not one emotion there. Just like if you see action movie, there's so many emotions in action. There's dread, there is fear, there is sorrow, there is bliss, and that brings rasa. So if we have to train our mind to experience so many emotions connected to Krishna, that will produce bliss and rasa. We have to train our body to act for Krishna in so many ways, and that will produce rasa, transcendental meadows. And then our life is perfect. That's all. After this life, we go back to Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying. Krishna is saying, lead an active life. That's his, lead an active life in my service. That's what I want from you. Service through body, service through your mind, and service through your speech. Just do that, and later everything else I'll no problem. No problem. Srila Prabhupada said that the only block in devotional service in Kali Yuga is laziness and sleep. Krishna Thakur says, Hridaya Daurbalyam, weakness of heart. So if you want to, I mean to say, if you want to advance in devotion, Prabhupada says do something. But that doing should be on two levels. One is external, one is internal. We, as a human, we have two journeys, external, internal. External journey will be preaching, and internal journey will be to develop emotions for Krishna and then offer it to Krishna. That is how it goes. So let's take Krishna's advice. And so I mean to say, when we chant holy names, how should we chant? The answer is here. When we chant, our mind should be super active. In initial stages, we try to fix our mind on holy name and we try to calm it. But at later stages, we allow the mind to just travel everywhere in the service of Krishna. Krishna's name, form, pastimes, and our mind is trained. Then that will produce bliss. And that is real chanting, by the way. Real chanting is not when we're chanting and mind becomes empty and it's experiencing emotions of tears and whatever it is, tears and sorrow. That's not the point we are asking here. Krishna is asking. Krishna is saying no. When you are completely active, when you're completely fresh, that time you engage your mind in me and develop this emotion. So there's an external journey, internal journey. Both has to go along. Both are like two tracks of railway. Both like two tracks of railway track. If both are intact, then the train moves. If one is gone, the train slips. So that's what we remember. And even in spiritual world, we will do a lot of action, isn't it? Brahmaji says every day is a festival, every song is every word is a song, every step is a dance. In spiritual world, the soul is completely active. And Srila Prabhupada makes this point. If soul is so much active in this body, you remember how much activity will be without the body when it's liberated. That's what Krishna is saying. So Vishwanath Thakur prays, let I have thousands of tongues in thousands of bodies. Let me have thousands of ears in thousands of bodies. Why? Well, devotees, well, do you want body or do you want to get rid of body? Thakur says, I want thousands of bodies. Why? Because he wants to serve Krishna through those bodies. That's the idea. That's what Vishwanath Thakur says. So, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions if anybody wants to ask? I'll start in late. So,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful class. So it's basically the Maya which keeps us bonded, and it is the tendency of the conditioned soul to serve someone, but so if that senses are propagated to Lord Shri Krishna, then everything will be fine. So that is the glimpse of the class, Prabhuji. So it was very nice. Devotees, any questions or realizations, please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Pooja Mataji is asking to guide for Balram Jayanti. She has been asking like how to keep.
Well, that's not the topic here. Why
Okay.
should I speak about that? But it's simple. Just fast till afternoon and read something about Balramji and the feasting. That's all. And pray to Balramji to give you strength. Balramji's function is to give strength, spiritual strength. Nayama Atma Balhin and Labhyo. Thakur used to quote so many times. Balramji, this is a service. Balramji gives you the strength to act. Here, this verse, so that you can always act for Krishna, never sit idle and lazy in your spirit, in your mind, in your body. And tomorrow is a day. Tomorrow is tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow. I think so.
Friday.
It's on 12th.
Yeah, it's on 12th. It's on Friday. Prabhuji.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah. So that's Balramji. So we should ask him to. We should pray to Balramji. Please give me thousands of bodies instead of getting no body and live it. See, that's very interesting because everybody wants to get a spiritual form and get relieved of this body which is full of miseries. But at a very higher level, the devotee is not even interested to get released of this body. It doesn't matter whether you're in this body or not. What matters is whether you're serving Krishna with this body or not. But at the same time, we want material body. Actually, we are greedy, you know. That's the whole idea. We want material bodies, we want spiritual body, we want all types of bodies. That's all. Krishna, okay, I have heard about material body and I've heard of spiritual form in scriptures. Well, you are infinite. If there is any other kind of body, which I don't know, just give me. We don't know what's happening. Actually, we can't even imagine what kind of other phenomena are there in spiritual world. We are just giving a glimpse. One spiritual form, one material form. There might be combinations of both. I don't know, something spiritual combinations. It's achinte khalu bhavana. So devotee prays. Balramji's function is to expand our service. That's Balramji. So we can pray to Balramji, please expand my service, please engage me in service, and give me strength to complete it, and I mean to say, not get frustrated due to lack of energy, due to lack of adhikar. So Balramji gives adhikar to serve, eligibility, and eligibility means adhikar means Balramji gives the power and the intelligence to serve, and also Balramji he gives, one is adhikar, and another thing Balramji gives us is the various forms of service, not just the adhikar in one service, but he expands our service. He will engage us in varieties of service. Just like Nimbarkacharya, he is having 5 spiritual forms. Nimbarkacharya is a cow in spiritual world. He's a gopi. He's a friend. He's also in Vaikuntha as a chakra. So he's expanding. That's the function of Balram. So we can pray to him. That's what.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving a glimpse of how to follow the breath on Balramji. So it is fasting till noon with Ekadeshi Prasad, Prabhuji?
No. I think it is. We can take unknown this day.
Okay.
Because
Thank you,
Balramji is Shakti.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I think Pooja Mataji, your question is all. This Mataji is asking for past 2-3 days. I think the same question. Thank you.
But one thing I suggest, you know, in Balram Purnima you can take non-Ekadashi, ordinary un. But keep in mind that don't eat so much, otherwise we'll sleep and waste our time. The idea is not to take un or no one. That's not basically the idea. The idea is to save time.
Okay.
So eat less, even if there's a feast, eat less.
Thank
Thank you, Prabhuji. Balram Prashant Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mansi. Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru and Varanga. Thank you, Prabhu. This short class, but there was so much in it actually. So, but Prabhu, you had mentioned in this class that sometimes when you just chant Shravanam Kirtan, there are chances to fall down without any action.
Yeah.
What I was thinking is sometimes, people, devotees say just chanting and Shravanam itself is enough to go back to God.
That's true. You brought this point, yeah.
So
the devotees say this. You're right. Just Shravanam and Kirtanam is enough. Well, it's enough. Philosophically, it's enough. If you simply chant and simply keep on hearing Bhagavatam, that's okay. But the point is, are we able to do this? That's the whole question.
Yes. That's the $1 million question for me, because I have a prescribed time for doing these things. Then after that, I cannot do 24 hours. Even 12 hours, I cannot do that. Even I should, even sitting on Vyasasana, I can say that, but I don't think I can do that myself.
Yeah, nobody can do. You're right. So that is why Krishna has mercifully created services. I mean to say, if we say only chanting and hearing chanting and hearing or reading, whatever, can take us back to God. Philosophically, it's correct. But for very advanced devotees like Haridas Thakur and all this. But practically, if you see, that's why Krishna has made services. That's why Krishna has revealed Panchratrik system to us. And Panchratrik system is system of deity worship for us, so that we can be engaged in various services in deity worship. Or Srila Prabhupada has introduced in Bhagavad Vidhi. Bhagavad Vidhi also carries preaching along with it. And now if you say Shravan Kirtanam is enough, suppose anybody says Shravan Kirtanam is enough, but then what is Kirtanam? That has to be defined properly. So Kirtanam is not just chanting and not just singing. Kirtanam is preaching also, expanding the glories of Lord. Kirtanam, that's what Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur used to say. Shravanam is not just sitting and hearing Bhagavatam whole day. Shravanam also requires mananam, thinking about what you are hearing, and also practically applying in your life what you're hearing. And that again needs action. And services. If we hear and if we don't serve, then your hearing is waste. Because you see, suppose whole day I'm reading Bhagavatam. And in Bhagavatam I'm reading, the 28 qualities of a devotee. One of the quality of devotee is he's very tolerant. And another quality is he's very simple. So how to get those qualities? Just by sitting in a room and reading the book. You have to go out, interact with devotees, do some surveys, and they will do politics, and then you have to tolerate. And then we develop tolerance, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu. So sometimes I feel that the principles are there, but the details vary a lot. From even we hear from so many speakers, and the details vary.
See, the point is, philosophy without practicality is useless. Prabhupada said, any philosophy which is not practical, it's useless. So this philosophy that if we can sit whole day and chant and read Bhagavatam and that's enough, it's impractical, isn't it, to begin with?
Yes, Prabhu.
So then this kind of philosophy is useless. Even if there is in the book, that is why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur redefined what is Shravanam and Kirtan. That is true philosophy. And of course, Vrindavan people, they didn't agree to Bhaktisiddhanta. They said it's a speculation. Bhaktisiddhanta said the same thing. Philosophy without practicality is useless. So what is Shravanam? And then he gave evidences for that also. Then he said Shravanam means application also. What you and that will happen when you're in community devotee of communities and do some service. And Kirtana means preaching also. Then philosophy becomes complete and practical. And you see the point. Who made pure devotees? People were sitting in Vrindavan with this philosophy. You chant whole day and read whole day Bhagavatam, or Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta, tell me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, if you remember, Prabhu, in Udupi, you have that background of Udupi. Once Puthigesh Srimat Sugunendra Tirtha, he came to America. And then what happened? He was supposed to do that Paryaya. But what happened? Since he crossed oceans, 7 oceans or whatever it is, he was not given the chance to worship Udupi Krishna. So that's those are the confusions, right? Even though he wants to get out and preach, then there is a paddhati which they cannot do that. So that's where my details.
No, it's not that. Madhva Sampradaya, they have misinterpreted this, because Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that in scriptures mention that you should not cross the borders of India of Bharat Desh and oceans. But Prabhupada comments on it that it is there, this injunction is there if you cross the oceans for your own sense gratification.
Okay.
So I think down the line they have missed the point, the whole point. And Sugren Tirth Swamiji, he might have understood this.
Yeah.
And actually, I was there, and he made this point to them. I'm not crossing ocean for my sense gratification. I'm not going to Las Vegas and doing halla gulla there and going to Miami and playing with chicks and all those things. I'm not doing that. I'm going for preaching. So, but they didn't happen. But Sri Sampradaya, Sri Chinnaji, he's traveling all over the world. I mean to say, Sri Sampradaya, they also follow scriptures.
Right.
So, though it's all, they didn't accept, it's all ritualistic thing. So, their interpretation is wrong of scriptures. That's the idea.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Priyanka Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you are muted.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, first, from where we get these lectures you gave here? Because it's not your channel.
This will be recorded in audio section of my YouTube, Keshavanand Radio.
Okay,
you can get their audio.
Okay. Prabhuji, I have a question. Between 2 lectures of yours, I little confused in one topic. Can I ask? Prabhuji, once in Bhumika, Srimad Bhagavatam Gita Bhumika, you said about scriptures that whatever they said, that is correct. And once you said that the mental problems is in scripture said mental problems comes from bhoot.
So,
or once your lecture is about depression, people thinks about their future. Everyone is get depressed to think about their future. Students, adult, everyone, old age. So what is the difference between depression and these mental problems? They are different.
oh, what's this question? Why are you asking this first time?
Prabhuji, in our class, one Mataji preached by your lectures. Okay, then one of our friend is get confused and he's asking lots of questions about it, and he want to clear it because that they both lectures of yours. She sent us your depression lecture. Then he asked.
Depression. You see, mental problems are different, and depression can be due to mental problems, and depression can be due to just situations due to situations. It can be both. When depression is due to mental problems, then it is called as paranoia syndrome. It's a classic case of depression where it is not just depression, there are other symptoms also. So psychiatric disease, depression is a symptom and not a disease. Disease and symptom is different. For example, fever. Fever is disease or symptom?
Symptom.
It's not disease because many diseases can have fever. So depression is a symptom. Now depression can be there in some mental disease, and depression can also be there due to some stressful conditions in your life. When depression is there due to mental disease, then it's due to ghosts. But when depression is there, what?
थोड़ा सा हिंदी में और समझा दीजिए प्लीज, थोड़ा मेरे लिए और इजी हो जाएगा.
अरे हिंदी में ये है कि डिप्रेशन तो सिम्टम है, ये तो समझ आ गया. तो डिप्रेशन जब बीमारी कैसे होता है, मेंटल बीमारी कैसे, तो वो भूत की वजह से होता है. और जब डिप्रेशन स्ट्रेस की वजह से होता है तो वो भूत की वजह से नहीं, तो वो कंडीशन सिचुएशन की वजह से होता है. उसमें भूत का कुछ लेना नहीं, वो प्रेशर पड़ रहा है माइंड पे, डिप्रेशन होता है.
तो प्रभु जी इन दोनों में लक्षण कैसे पता चलेंगे?
लक्षण तो भैया, लक्षण तो मुझसे पूछने पड़ेंगे. लक्षण तो क्या बताऊं, बट जब मेंटल डिजीज कैसे होता है डिप्रेशन, तो और भी चीजें होती हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें होंगी अकम्पनीड. मगर जब डिप्रेशन स्ट्रेस की वजह से होगा तो वो डिप्रेशन मेन होगा और चीजें नहीं होगी. तो वो तो आप मेंटल डिजीज के बारे में पढ़ो, उसमें एक सिम्टम होगा डिप्रेशन, मगर और भी सिम्टम्स होंगे मेंटल डिजीज में. बीमारी से होगा तो डिप्रेशन तो सिम्टम है ना. जैसे आपको बीमारी तो बुखार हुआ, बुखार के लूज मोशन भी लगे और भी बहुत कुछ हो गया. तो बीमारी से होता है, तो डिप्रेशन के तो और भी चीजें होंगी. डिप्रेशन भी होगा, मैनिया भी होगा, भूख भी कम लगेगी, या उसके बाद आपको थॉट्स भी अजीब अजीब आएंगे. मगर स्ट्रेस से होगा डिप्रेशन, तो सिर्फ डिप्रेशन ही होगा, आपको डल सा लगेगा बस. तो ऐसे पता लगेगा.
ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच.
ठीक.
Prahladana Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for allowing me to speak. Danvat Pranam, Keshavanand Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Gol. From your lectures, I feel so inspired that I want to come and see your farm there.
Okay.
So I was wondering, which state are you in?
Punjab.
You're in Punjab. What city is that, Prabhu?
Patiala.
Okay, I'll try to see if I can come over sometimes when I come to India. Another thing you were saying in answer to Balram Prabhuji, that you don't want to go to Las Vegas. So I'm inviting you to Las Vegas, whenever you are.
So you're in Las Vegas. You're in Las Vegas, really? You're in the city of sin, huh?
Yeah, I'm here for the last 27 years, but we are doing satsang and, we are doing...
Okay, good.
So when you are coming to see US, I would like you to invite to come to the city.
Let's see.
Do you have any website, Prabhuji, on internet?
Yeah, my website is there, keshavanandmedia.com. It's little, it's getting more updated now.
I see.
Keshavanandmedia.com. But largely I'm on YouTube channels.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to have some little more personal kind of association when I come India sometimes. That's why I was
asking. Okay, yeah. You can get in touch with me, no problem.
Okay. Thank you very much for that.
You can be with me on WhatsApp if you want.
I'm sorry?
You can join with me on WhatsApp.
Your number like that?
Yeah, this is you see. So they just printed my site now. Keshavanandmedia.com.
Okay.
So Mataji just typed it in the chat.
I see. Okay. All right.
So if you go on my site, information is there, and you can get in touch.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much for your association. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So best wishes to meet Keshavanand Prabhuji very soon. Hare Krishna. Gail Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, when you were answering the question about depression, I don't know if I heard you properly. Did you say that when depression is due to or a symptom of mental disease, is that related to ghosts? Maybe I didn't hear.
Yeah, right. That's related to ghosts. At least according to Ayurveda.
So if a person is having mental disease, is that always due to ghosts?
Yeah, according to Ayurveda, you might not believe, but it's like that. It's always some subtle bodies.
Really? That's amazing
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Because, you know, there are so many varieties of mental disease, you know.
Yeah, yeah. All those varieties are so then there are so many varieties of ghosts also.
Oh. Oh my goodness. This is a whole new Pandora's box can of worms that you opened up.
And that's true. That's true. This I say Ayurveda, psychiatry, or psychology. That's called as Bhoot Vidya.
Huh.
Bhoot Vidya.
Yes.
It's a knowledge of ghosts.
Oh,
So it's
yes.
a whole department, and we understand demons and ghosts enter the body, and they cause all bipolar, schizophrenia, and all these things.
Wow. Amazing. Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so
Prabhuji, if I can
Yeah,
tell like
yes,
that.
Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Prabhuji, the whole medical profession, you know, you are a physician, I'm also a physician. So whole, you know, missing link is in medical education is that there is no soul. You know, they want to
you're
explain
right.
everything. One cannot
No,
see.
you see, soul is quite beyond. I mean, so according to medical education, there is no even subtle body.
That's
Who cares
right,
for
yeah.
mind? It's all brain and these signals and it's crazy stuff.
So
That's true.
they have all the pathology for, for all the
Yeah.
and they like that. Even mental, they have got pathology, but they have no pathology for spiritual dimension.
Yeah.
Everything like that. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry.
Prabhuji, do you have time, Prabhuji? There are some few questions in the chat.
Yeah.
So from Anand Vilas Prabhuji, he is asking, at one time, entire globe was called Bharatavarsha without borders restrictions. That is his question. He's asking, is it true?
Well, if I say it's true, my previous answer will be wrong. So it's wrong. I know why he's asking. Because I told that in scripture it is said you should not cross the borders of India, Bharat. But if whole globe is Bharat, then you are stuck up. So the idea is whole world was called as Bharat. Why? Because it was under Bharat, the rule of Bharat Desh. Bharat Desh was called as Aryavrat. We know in scriptures. And Aryavrat is between Ganga and Saraswati and Yamuna. You know all this. North is Himalayas, and on the south is all this. So Vindhyachal Parvat, which goes in the middle of India and Madhya Pradesh. So that's basically called as Aryavrat, and there's a mention of that. So Aryavrat was typically the core of that was Bharat Desh, but because Bharat was ruling all over the globe, that is why the whole world was Bharat. So when scripture says you should not cross the borders of Bharat, that is referring to Aryavrat. Because outside the borders of Aryavrat, these were all Chandalas and barbarians. But somehow Yudhishthira Maharaj, he ruled all over the world and he installed temples, and Prithu Maharaj also did. So that is how the entire globe was called.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for that answer. Manisha Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, can I ask the question in Hindi? If it's okay.
Yeah, if organizers allow.
Yeah. Can't hear you, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, you can ask the question in Hindi, but Prabhuji, if it is possible, you can
translate in English. Okay, speak in
Okay.
English.
Is Prabhuji, is depression also comes in? It happens because of bhoot.
You're speaking in English.
नहीं Prabhuji, I'm confused actually, Mataji. Prabhuji, depression भी क्या भूत में ही आता है disease? क्योंकि
अभी
आजकल
बताया
तो
तो
बहुत
अभी पूरी रामायण बता दी मैंने. डिप्रेशन भूत से भी होता है, वैसे भी होता है, स्ट्रेस से भी होता है, दोनों से होता है.
ओके जी प्रभुजी. भूत आ गया इंग्लिश वाला.
क्या है इंग्लिश वाला भूत क्या होता है?
Translation, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. So,
Thank
Prabhuji,
you,
what-
Prabhuji. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Confusion निकालने के लिए.
Chat, one more question is there, Prabhuji. Monica Udupi Mataji is asking regarding services given by senior devotees. Should we accept the services blindly and do all the services without any discrimination, thinking that Krishna is giving me this service, or should we use our intelligence to see if the senior is giving service with other hidden motives like fame, name, money, and misusing the name of seva?
No, I mean to say, discretion should not be allowed in this, that that the person is giving service for name or fame or whatever he wants to, that's his problem. But if we have service for Krishna, we can do it with good mode, and we can do service whatever is required. This is that person's problem. For name, fame, or something, whatever. Just what seniors do the service humbly. But what intelligence you have to apply is, if that service is going beyond your limits, then you can tell, I cannot do this service because it is putting pressure on my family and whatever. So then you can humbly tell and you can limit that. Otherwise, whatever they want to do, they want to do. But if they are engaging in the service, okay, we do with the proper mode and elevate ourselves. That's it. Simple.
Thank you, Prabhuji. One last question, I think it's there. Yeah. But, okay, same question is repeated.
Yeah,
How
just
to
forget
use,
it.
Jyoti Mataji is asking how to use efficiently the intelligence in bhakti.
Well, it's a big question. It's not a small question. How to use intelligence in bhakti. It needs a class separately. I can't speak on that. How to use intelligence efficiently. The best way Prabhupada says to use intelligence is plan for Krishna's service. Planning. Use your intelligence to plan how to do the service and how to expand your service. That's the best use of intelligence. And also so how to protect our service from various distractions and temptations. That's all.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. No more questions in the chat, and I don't see any hand raise. So we can end the call here. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your association and for your
also,
wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got late, again, but I mean to say saying sorry twice is actually not sorry. So, anyways, I don't know. I somehow got here and there.
It's okay, Prabhuji.
But next time I'll make it a point to come on time.
We'll have a double dhamaka from you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening class. Even for a short time it was, but still it was very enlightening. We need your association frequently, every alternate Wednesdays or any other days which the organizers fix. So devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you for class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.